What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, The Hot Commodity, joined by my own Hot Commodity here as we cover WWF Attitude Years Season 3. We are on the road to the Royal Rumble 2000. This is the last Raw Is War before we get to Madison Square Garden. And you can check out Attitude Years Season 1 and 2 in the archives. But today we're in our time machine. We're covering Raw Is War from January 17th, 2000 in my hometown, home city, home state, New Haven.
Pistol waving New Haven.
Pistol waving New Haven, New Haven, Connecticut. And speaking of pistol wavings, we have Cactus Jack coming out to start the night. He comes out with a bang bang, of course. And he'll be taking on Triple H at the Royal Rumble, not Mankind. Cactus Jack says, Triple H, you made Mankind bad. You should have known that there was a sick son of a bitch waiting to wake up. When you cracked my skull with a chair and the blood poured out, I liked it. Triple H, you should remember, Cactus Jack. 1997 was a little inkling for what I have in store for you. There's no way a normal man should be walking with the punishment I got. Mankind became an entertaining son of a gun. At the Royal Rumble, there will be no laughter. I don't regret a single night in this business because it made me one bad son of a bitch. I get goosebumps when I become Cactus Jack. Right now, I want a piece of your ass. Just you and me, so bring it. So then WWF Champion Triple H comes out. He says, Cactus Jack, the myth, the legend. I thought about nothing else but Cactus Jack these past couple of days. At the Royal Rumble, we are going to have a street fight. As you try to convince yourself just how bad you really are, as sadistic as you can be, I will reach down to a place I've never been and be that much more evil than you could ever be in your life. I have figured out that Cactus Jack is sadistic. Mick Foley is afraid of Cactus Jack. Every time you become sadistic, Mick Foley dies a little. When I get that sick, I will love every damn second of it. So Mick Foley, you bring Cactus Jack and be afraid. Cactus says, that's good, but I want you right now. Triple says, if you're asking me to party with you with your sick ass, I'd love to, but let's invite some guests. And then DX come out and attack Cactus Jack. The Rock runs down and makes the save, as do the Acolytes. The Big Show comes out, but the Big Show attacks the Rock here. Big Show's upset. The Rock called him a jabroni. Walked out on the Rock on SmackDown. But mainly the whole point of this segment here is to promote Cactus Jack versus Triple H street fight. Triple H sounded really good here. He talks about how he's going to bring out a sadistic side that he's never brought out before.
The Big Show needs to go over this whole Rock. He acts like the Rock killed his mother or something. Like he called him a jabroni.
If he can get over Big Boss Man ruining his father's funeral,
right?
He should be able to get over the Rock calling him a jabroni.
But I thought it was a good promo, but I don't know. Triple H looks kind of like a pussy when he's like talking how he's going to be all sadistic, and then he needs 3 other people to come down.
So do you think he's going to get to that point at the pay-per-view?
Because he's Triple H, but yeah, I don't think he needed DX to
fight Cactus Jack. Well, it's just a way to also make Cactus Jack look more like invincible. You need 4 guys to take him out, and then it became a huge brawl. Also, we're on the road to the Royal Rumble, so they like to have a bunch of men in the ring to kind of get you excited for that pay-per-view. Our first match of the night, the Hardcore Champion, the Big Boss Man, defends against Test. Boss Man attacks Test with a chain-ripped fist. Test slams Boss Man to a bathroom stall. Test's nose starts to bleed. Boss Man hits Test in the head with a trash can. Prince Albert comes out and gets hit by Test with a can. Albert attacks Boss Man. Test hits them both with a nightstick. And then Test uses the nightstick to land a flying elbow drop to the Big Boss Man. And we have a new WWF Hardcore Champion in Test. What do you think of Test being the new champion?
I think it's cool. The Boss Man, he's been the champion for a while, and he's kind of helped really with the Boss Man. So, I thought it was a pretty good match, like Test. So,
yeah, I
don't know if he ever holds any other title.
I just feel like I don't understand why they gave him a hardcore title. Like,
Yeah.
He doesn't have any hardcore style matches before this.
Yeah, I feel like they gave it to a lot of people as like almost like a mid card. You know what I mean? Like they were kind of using it
Mm-hmm.
like Maven got it.
Yeah.
You know, like for people that they didn't really trust it.
I get it. But Boss Man's upset. He vows to get revenge on Prince Albert tonight. So we'll see what happens with those guys. Next up, we have Edge and Christian taking on D'Lo Brown and the Godfather. During this match, Christian accidentally hits one of the hose on the apron, which leaves a distraction, allowing D'Lo to hit the lowdown for the victory. What do you think of this team of D'Lo and Edge here?
D'Lo and Edge.
I'm sorry, D'Lo and Godfather. Sorry, I was thinking.
Well, they had fought together before.
Yeah, they were in the Nation together.
They're all right. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense because D'Lo isn't like the Godfather's got his whole thing going. I mean, it has nothing to do with D'Lo Brown, but I guess it worked.
Yeah. Next up, Boss Man and Prince Albert fight backstage. Albert ends up in Tori's locker room, and Tori doesn't have a shirt on, and she freaks out. So we know Kane's gonna want to get his hands on Albert later. Kurt Angle takes on Steve Blackman next. During the match, the British Bulldog shows up after being gone since Armageddon. He hits Steve Blackman with a kendo stick, allowing Kurt Angle to get the pinfall victory, and Kurt Angle's winning streak continues here. He has a special guest opponent at the Royal Rumble. Any ideas? Anything you want?
Who's having a special guest?
Kurt Angle.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who it is. Is it maybe Mark Henry? No, Mark Henry. I don't know.
Never know. You have to tune into Royal Rumble recap to see. You can find out.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it can't be that. Never mind.
But what did you think of Bulldog though coming out and attacking Steve Blackman?
I didn't really understand why.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything to him. Right?
No.
And didn't he lose the belt to one of them?
He lost the belt to Val. It was a 4-way. He lost it to Val. But
yeah, so that makes...
I think Stephanie probably paid him. Stephanie's always saving Kurt Angle lately, and that's the storyline.
Yes.
So she probably had something to do with that.
Right.
For all the gay fans out here, this is where you go to sleep. I'm talking about Kathy Griffin. I love when Kathy Griffin does that when she goes straight guys, wake up. It's time for them to hear something. Anyways, Jerry King Lawler invites the female competitors in the Miss Royal Rumble swimsuit competition out. They all talk about how they're going to win. Ivory's upset that she has to compete in it. Luna is too. They end up brawling with each other. And then Mae Young comes out and tells the fans that they will get their money's worth. And Mae Young starts to strip. But Mark Henry and Harvey Whippleman and Moolah come out and help her. Are you excited for the swimsuit competition in January? It's kind of weird if they're having a swimsuit in January. I'm excited. You're going to see some questionable things happen. We'll see what happens. Next up, the Acolytes take on X-Pac and the WWF Champion Triple H with Stephanie McMahon Helmsley in their corner. During the match, the New Age Outlaws come out and attack the Acolytes. The Acolytes get the DQ victory. After the Outlaws hit Acolytes with the titles, and they land a Fame-Master to Farouk on the belt, and Road Dogg lands Shake, Rattle, and Roll to Bradshaw on the title. The Acolytes are going to be pissed, but they will take on the Outlaws at the Royal Rumble. Thoughts on what's going to happen for SmackDown?
I'm thinking, I'm sure they're going to go after them. But
yeah,
I'm kind of thinking the Outlaws might lose the titles because the Acolytes are a strong team, and the Outlaws have had the titles for a while. I could see that happen.
Maybe. We get an update from Michael Cole about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin's doctor talks. He says that he's going. This surgery is successful, but he still needs time to heal and recuperate, and he's going to be out for some time. The Rock's backstage. He calls the Big Show a 300-pound stinking pile of monkey crap. Which, if the Big Show, Grade A, which if Big Show didn't like being called a jabroni, I highly doubt he's gonna like that.
Yeah.
Next we have Jeff Hardy with Matt and Terry taking on Bubba Ray Dudley with Devon. Jeff lands a neck breaker and a swanton bomb to defeat Bubba Ray. After the match, the Dudley Boyz give the Hardys a 3D. They then place Jeff Hardy on top of a table, and Bubba Ray super power bombs Matt Hardy on top of Jeff through a table here. This is the first time we're seeing the Dudleys really integrate the tables here in their match. But what'd you think?
You know, we kind of see Edgy Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I get they're like the three main. Like, I know they kind of have a story, but I just feel like every week it's some combination.
Mm-hmm. Well, just get ready. These teams fight throughout the entire year.
Yeah.
This is just like they fight like the same matches for like WrestleMania and SummerSlam. So it's
table ladder.
Yeah. Well, the first one's a triangle ladder, but it's all three of the same teams.
It's a triangle ladder.
Mm-hmm. Triple threat ladder match. Yeah. So okay, but the tables were involved. That's important.
That was cool.
Super power bombed Jeff Hardy. Well,
Matt Hardy. That in ECW?
Yeah, but they didn't really. It wasn't like their gimmick to use a table. They used whatever weapons they could. It becomes more of a gimmick.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's gonna come up soon. Co-Intercontinental Champion Chris Jericho defends against Rikishi with Too Cool. Rikishi ends up landing a Samoan drop. And then Crash Holly and Hardcore attack Rikishi. He also lands them a Samoan drop to those guys. Co-Intercontinental Champion China comes out, low blows Rikishi, but then Rikishi lands a double clothesline to both Jericho and China, and a belly to China. China's getting fucked up by Rikishi tonight. Hardcore Holly then hits Rikishi with chair shots. Rikishi gets the DQ victory after Too Cool take out the Hollies with the steel chair. So we know that China, Hardcore Holly, and Chris Jericho are going to fight at the Royal Rumble for the Intercontinental Championship. Hardcore Holly wants to make sure that that title is still on Jericho and China so that Rikishi's not involved in that match. What'd you think?
It was all right. It was weird to see. It's weird to see like China involved in men matches, especially like because like before they kind of make it like when China fights, it's a heel.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the first time she's like fighting guys. So.
Yeah, like Rikishi, yeah, she normally fights the bad guys. I agree. Well, we're gonna see more of China with men this year too. We have Kane with Tori defeating Prince Albert after a flying clothesline and a choke slam. After Albert gets on the mic and he says, "Kane, you like to be dominated by a woman, and so do I." So what is he talking about? Who does he want to be dominated by?
Who said that?
Prince Albert.
Prince Albert. Who likes to be dominated?
And so do I. And then he just...
Maybe he wants Tori.
I don't know. But it seemed as if he was talking as if he was going to have someone to like help neutralize Tori. Like it was almost as if like you like to be dominated by a woman, you have a woman, and so do I. Like a woman's gonna come. That's how I took it. But it could be he could have the hots for Tori. Who knows? We have our main event, the WWF Tag Champions, the New Age Outlaws, taking on the Big Show and the Rock in a non-title tag match. During the match, Rock low blows Road Dogg. Big Show then punches the Rock and then attacks the New Age Outlaws. Big Show, come on, man. Rock hits Big Show in the head with a steel chair, and then Mr. Ass pins the Big Show, and the Outlaws get the win after Rock hits the Big Show with a people's elbow. And the Big Show is not going to be happy heading into SmackDown in the Royal Rumble. The Rock gets revenged on Big Show here tonight.
Yeah. And I definitely don't see the Big Show.
There's 29 other men, so we'll have to see what happens here at the Royal Rumble. But yeah, this is a decent episode of Raw. Glad it was in my hometown. I like the Cactus Jack Triple H promo. I like Rock talking shit about the Big Show. It's funny. When he was doing like he was doing like the way he does the choke slam.
He does the only thing he could do.
Yeah. So that's funny and that's good. But Royal Rumble is a good pay-per-view. We've got SmackDown, and then Royal Rumble will be giving you our favorite movies and music from January 2000. And yeah, till next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.